Hi, welcome to Yoga with Mom. This is Jen, and let's get started on our class today. So I want to make sure in this class and every other class you attend that you're sitting on a nice stable chair so you can move your arms and your legs and you're still nice and balanced. All right, perfect. Once you've done that and drank some water this morning, we're ready to get going. Perfect. So we're going to start today by bringing our chin to our chest and touching our chin down to our chest, and then gently reaching it back up to the sky. Down to our chest, back up to the sky. And one more time, down to our chest, chin to the sky. Now we're gonna bring our chin back to center, and our chin's gonna go right over to our right shoulder, and then back to center. To our right shoulder, and back to center. Right shoulder, back to center. Perfect. And now since we did it on the right, we're gonna do it on the left. Our chin goes to the left shoulder, back to center. To the left shoulder, back to center, and to the left shoulder, back to center. Very nice. And I want you to hold on to your legs or hold on to your chair because we're going to be moving our head and our neck a little bit more, and I want you to be as stable as possible. So holding on, I'm going to take my right ear and it's going to reach towards that right shoulder. I'm going to really try to stretch my muscles in the left side of my neck by bringing that right ear down to that right shoulder. And I'm not gonna force, but I'm just gonna gently lean it over, getting a little bit closer as I lean. I'm gonna take a nice big breath in and make my way back to center. Wonderful. Now we're gonna switch sides. We're gonna bring that left ear to our left shoulder. And very slowly leaning that left ear to the left shoulder. And I'm stretching that nice right side of my neck out by doing this. Slowly leaning a little bit further, the ear to the shoulder. But while I'm doing this, I'm keeping my back nice and straight. I'm not trying to lean my whole body. I just want that ear to go towards the shoulder. All right, wonderful. Let's go back to center. Doing very, very nice. We're gonna go back over with our right ear to our right shoulder again. That right ear touches down. And now I want you to hold on tight with your right hand, but we're gonna reach that left arm out. So my right ear touches my right shoulder, and my opposite arm, that left arm, reaches right out in front of me. Here I'm gonna wiggle those fingertips a little bit, warming up those muscles in my left arm, kind of like I'm playing piano. Perfect. Letting those fingers move. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna drop my left hand down, straighten up, making sure my back is nice and tall. I'm really stretching my body up tall, shoulders are reaching up. And now I'm gonna make that left ear go to that left shoulder again. Perfect. Gently stretching that right side of my neck, and I'm gonna reach that right arm out in front of me. Perfect. Really stretching out of my shoulder. That right arm is pulling, and I'm gonna wiggle my fingers. Wiggling those fingers, keeping my left ear leaned towards my left shoulder. I'm gonna wiggle, 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 wiggle. Very nice. We'll keep wiggling for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your right arm down. All right, one more side. We're gonna do one more in this exercise, and then we're gonna move on to something more fun. So let's lean that right ear towards that right shoulder one more time. And I'm gonna lift my left arm all the way up to the sky, really reaching tall. I can wiggle my fingers a little bit here, getting a little bit of movement down my arm, but I really want to stretch as tall as I can. Perfect. Keep stretching. You can do it. And wiggle, 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 stretch. All right, let's take a deep breath in and reach my arm overhead, reaching towards that right shoulder, really stretching and making sure you're staying nice and firmly seated in your seat, but you should feel a really good stretch in your side and your back. Wonderful. And my ear is still leaned down to my right shoulder. So I am getting a little stretch in my neck and all the way down the side, my arm, my shoulder. Fantastic. Now let's take that left arm, we'll swing it back down and grab onto that left knee. Perfect. Let's get the other side. That left ear is going to touch the left shoulder, and I'm going to reach my right arm up to the sky. Reaching nice and tall, really stretching. We can do a little bit of wiggling of those fingers, but reach nice and tall. Really getting a nice stretch out of your side of your body here. And I hold on with my left hand, keeping my body nice and firm. Get the hair out of my mouth. Perfect. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And now I'm going to reach my right arm up overhead towards that left shoulder. Really stretching. My left ear reaches towards that left shoulder. And I'm really getting a good stretch in that whole right side of my body. Very nice. We'll stay here for 5, 4. Wiggle those fingers. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Let's slowly drop our right hand down. We'll sit nice and tall. Perfect. So the next thing we're going to do is a little bit of a seated twist. So you can either hold on to your chair if you have arms on your chair, or hold on to your thigh and your knee. And we're just going to use especially that left hand to push into that right knee. Or if you've got the armchairs, you can use it to hold on here and twist your body. You want to keep your back as straight as possible, sitting as tall as you can. And if you can, try to glance over your right shoulder. Looking behind you, having a nice stretch all the way up your body. And I'm going to stay here, remembering nice deep breaths for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. To make our way back to center. And now we're going to go to the other side. So let's take our hands and either grab onto our chair or grab onto our knee and our thigh. And we're going to push into that right palm, twisting my body. And I'm going to gently look over my left shoulder, gently twisting, but remembering to keep my spine nice and tall. That crown of my head is reaching up to the sky above me. And I'm stretching tall and twisting my spine. Very nice. We'll stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Let's make our way back to center. You're doing really, really good right now. Now, I want you to take your hands and we're gonna grab onto our opposite shoulders. So my right hand grabs the left shoulder, the left hand grabs the right. And all I'm gonna do here is twist my torso side to side. So I'm keeping my bottom nice and planted on my chair, trying to stay nice and tall, but I'm using my arms and my shoulders and that movement in my low back to really twist all the way up my spine and stretch out some of those tired muscles from too much sitting, too much lounging around. All right, we're gonna twist just a couple more times each way. Very nice. One more each side. And then to our left. And then we make our way back to center. Perfect. Let's release our arms, reach down towards the ground, really spread those fingertips out. And I want you to shake your wrists, shake them out. We can do little Little circles like that. We just want to flippity floppity, get some movement going in our wrists. Side to side to side to side. Flipping, we can do some little circles. And we'll go the other way. We really just want to get movement. It's not about a specific movement being absolutely perfect. It's just moving. Because any bit of movement is better than no movement. So we're just gonna keep flicking our fingers and make some circles, whatever we gotta do. Really throw those arms, like push. Let's pretend we've got a basketball in our hands and just toss it away. Toss it away, toss it away. Perfect. We'll do 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very nice. You're doing a wonderful job so far. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is very fun and easy for everybody. We're gonna do some marches. So I wanna make sure that you're sitting very comfortably on your seat, you're grounded and you're stable because your feet are gonna come up off the ground. You might wanna hold on to the sides of your chair, hold on to the arms, whatever makes you feel comfortable. And if you need to sit back further in your chair, that's all right too. My goal is just for you to pick up your feet and switch sides. Up and switch sides. Perfect. We're just gonna keep marching. Diesel came to help us today. But you keep doing it, we keep marching. So we're gonna do just a few more. Hi, Diesel. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. I hope you did an even better job than I did. Diesel, my husky, wanted to come say hi. He loves yoga class. Yeah, there we go. Good boy. All right. Well, we're gonna have him go back and play, and we're gonna keep on going. So what I want you to do next is we're gonna keep ourselves grounded on our chair, and I want you to kick your left leg out. Perfect. That right leg is gonna stay planted, my knees bent at about a 90-degree angle, helping keep me planted firm on the ground. I want you to point your toes and then flex your foot back. Point and flex. 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 One more time. Point and flex. Perfect. Let's bend that knee. Set it down on the ground. And now I'm going to bring my right leg up. Right leg points out. I'm going to flex that foot back. Point and flex. Point and flex. Very nice. Keep pointing and flexing. Pointing and flexing. You're doing wonderfully. Point, flex, point, flex. One more time. Point, flex. Perfect. Let's drop those feet back down on the ground. You're doing wonderful. All right. I want you to, as you're sitting with your bottom firmly planted, holding onto the sides of your chair, we're just gonna swing our knees back and forth. So my toes are touching the ground, the balls of my feet are on the ground, but my heels are up in the air. So I'm helping my hips here by just swinging my legs a little bit side to side. So if you can do this without too much discomfort in your hips, it's a great practice here. So all I'm doing is just swinging a little bit side to side, letting my legs be free and kind of wobble around. I'm not trying to keep them in any specific spot. I just want to let them move a little bit side to side. All right, that's a little bit of a fun one, I think. Let's keep going. Perfect. So get yourself nice and comfortably seated again, and we're gonna keep on going. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do some kicking, which is always fun. We're gonna kick with that left leg. So that left leg is gonna come up, kick, and then set it back down. Kick, down. Perfect. Kick, down, 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 kick, down. One more time. Kick and down. Perfect. Probably feeling a little bit of a burn. It's doing really good. Let's switch to that other side. So we kick and down, kick, 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 down, one more kick, and down. Wonderful. You're doing a fantastic job. All right, now let's bring our hands in front of us. We're gonna place our palms together like we're saying a prayer. Perfect. Now I want you to reach those arms up to the sky. We're gonna keep our palms glued together. Reach those arms up nice and tall. Very good. I want you to push into your palms a little bit. There you go. It helps release some of the shoulder tension. And if you can, I want you to bring those arms all the way over your head. So your head comes in between your arms. You're pushing into your palms. Sitting nice and tall. Feeling nice and strong. Really getting those arms and shoulders working. You might feel a little bit of work in those shoulders, right in the back of your back, those shoulder blades. It's a great place to work on. We put a lot of tension in there. There you go, very nice. So push for a few more seconds. And one, perfect. Now I want you to take your palms. We're gonna slowly swing it down behind our back. Perfect. Keeping our elbows nice and wide. And we're just gonna slowly bend our head down towards our lap. And then roll ourselves back up. Wonderfully, wonderfully done. We're gonna roll down and up. Doing great. Down and up. Perfect. Let's do two more. Down and up. One more. Down and up. Perfect. All right, now you can let those hands go. Reach back down to your lap. Very nice. You're doing a wonderful job today. I'm very proud of you. All right, let's just do a couple more things and then we'll head on with the rest of our day. How's that sound? Great. So the next thing I want you to do, it's another arm one. I want you to bring your arms out to the side. We're gonna stretch our palms up to the sky and then bend our arms like we're field goals. Perfect. So we look like field goals, like we're ready for a game of football. Perfect. So now, sitting nice and tall, trying to keep our back straight, we're gonna do a little bit more twisting. So just be careful, don't twist yourself too far. I just want you to feel a nice gentle twist in our backs. So what I want you to do is to keep these arms nice and wide. You don't want to mess with the goalpost, they stay firm. And then we'll just turn the body. Back through center and turn to the left. Very nice. Back through center, to the left again. Back to center. There we go, you're doing great. Keep going, twisting nice. Back to center, another to the left. Back to center, let's go one more time each side. To our right, to the center, to the left, and the center. Very nice. We can release our arms. I want you to keep your arms engaged. Keep those muscles in your shoulders strong and really stretch your arms as hard as you can down towards the floor. You really want those fingertips to reach as hard as they can. Just really stretching towards the ground. Fantastic. Keep stretching, remembering some nice deep breaths. Sitting nice and tall. Our spine is nice and long. Taking deep breaths and being proud of ourselves for where we are today. We came to our first day of Yoga with Mom class and you've done a fantastic job. So I want you to bring your hands back to your heart center in prayer one more time. And I want you to take a deep breath in and exhale. Let's take one more in and exhale. Thank you so much for joining me today at Yoga with Mom class. I'm Jen, and I can't wait to see you next time. Take care. Bye.